Raindrops, another emergency episode, and the best person to call is not Matlock or Dragnet. It's Jazmine Henley-Brown because some breaking news is happening in the Summer House world that I know nothing about. However, I got FOMO, and since Jazmine Henley-Brown did such a fantastic job updating me on the cancellation of The Bachelorette, the Taylor of it all, of course, I had to ask my girl to come back and explain to us everything, Raindrops, that is going on with this show called Summer House that I know about, but some Sierra Amanda situation. Jasmine,
Oh
what
my
is
gosh.
happening?
Well, hello again. Love seeing you so soon again. I love how there's always some mess now in the reality TV world. Thank you for having me. I loved doing the Bachelorette breakdown. So many people like reached out to me and said they loved it. A few people in the comments though were like, not a lot, like maybe like two or three. But they were saying they were commenting on some of the facts that I was reporting. Apparently they thought that I got them wrong or the
Oh,
timelines are off. But
oh.
listen, here's the thing. As a journalist
Hey, Portia.
who went to the Portia Williams School of Journalism, I have no problem being corrected. So I came with my bullet points today because you fool me once. In the words of George W. Bush, you ain't gonna fool me again.
And in the words of George W. Bush, no child left behind. So,
And I was never even in danger of being left behind, honey. The reading, the math was on my same grade level, but the reading and the English skills, honey, always a couple of grades above. So yeah, I heard your criticism loud and clear, and I'm not above
oh, let me
fixing
tell y'all
things.
about my friend Jasmine. Everybody in their friend group, working relationship, etc., they have somebody that is such a perfectionist. So, as you all know, I know Jazz because she was my executive producer of Reality with the King, and
Mhm.
she helped launch the podcast. So we give her all the praise, honey. And that's why it's beautiful to see my girl in front of the camera because I was like, "Why ain't you doing this either?"
You were one of the first to be like, bitch, stop playing.
Like you're gorgeous, you're
Thank you.
smart, articulate, you have a good voice, like, and you know your shit. So, anyways, when I was working with her, she would give me so much feedback, and I'll just be like, "Oh, she ain't playing." So it helped me be a great podcaster. So thank you, Jasmine.
Of
You are a
course.
perfectionist. So for those two people that tried to check you, amongst the 300 comments, child, that love the breakdown, my team, Lizzie and Lula, started watching Mormon Wives because of our breakdown. So, Jazz, what is happening with Summer House? I know a large part of my raindrops do watch the show. However, just in case they need an update or my
Mhm.
fans who are watching or listening, like me, have never seen an episode, what is happening, child?
Oh my gosh, so it is getting so messy in the Bravo streets. Summer House is in its 10th season. It is a really fun show. Yeah, it's a super fun show though. You know the premise of Summer House because you've had Jasmine from Summer House Martha's Vineyard. It's the same premise, right? They take young adults from New York and they go to a share house every weekend. Well, Summer House Martha's Vineyard, they didn't do that. They stayed at Martha's Vineyard. But the OG Summer House, they go to a house in the Hamptons every weekend and they party, they get drunk, they hook up with each other, very incestuous stuff, okay? But it's been so fun to watch. They are actually in a renaissance right now because I think Summer House is having their best season yet as
Ooh,
their 10th season, which is complete. I mean, you know this. This is like unheard of to
it
be
is.
having such a good season this late in the game. So they're having season 10. Now, I wanna introduce you to our players of this
Okay.
mess, okay? So we have Amanda, who is an OG of Summer House. So she started in season one. I believe she was a friend of, she was in a relationship with Kyle. Kyle is like in the words of Mariah, he's a nucleus of Summer House. Okay. So
So Kyle Cook,
Kyle Cook,
the
yes.
hot blonde.
The hot blonde. I don't care what you guys say. He's a
Oh,
drunkard, but he is
is
foreign.
he?
Oh
Wait,
gosh.
and at one point, first of all, I know he's like the face of the show.
He is. He
Okay,
is. No doubt.
he's a hot guy,
Hmm.
and at one point had a mullet.
Yes, he did, which was
Uh,
very dark times.
okay,
Very dark times for us.
okay,
Uh,
I'm caught up.
yeah, so Amanda was an OG. She was a friend of season one. She was dating Kyle. They ended up getting into like an official relationship. I believe it was season two. She came back. She was a full-time cast member, but she's been around since day one with Summer House. Then she was in a relationship with Kyle. They eventually got married in season 6 of Summer House against everybody's better judge. Like we all are like, girl, this isn't gonna work. Cause she's very that like she doesn't like to go out that much. She likes to stay in the house. Like she famously stays in bed a lot. And Kyle is the polar opposite. He is a party boy. Like if the club closes at 4, Kyle's gonna be there until 5. Shutting shit down, like drinking, getting along with everybody. So they seem like, just opposite people. And everybody's like, this is not gonna work. He's cheated on her, a good amount of times. And I don't know if cheating means like full-fledged having sex with other women, but he's definitely made out with other women. So their relationship was messy even before they got married, but they got married anyway, and we all knew that it wasn't gonna last. Anyway, season 5 happens. Sierra comes in, this beautiful Black woman, tall. She's a model. She's a nurse in real life. That's her day job, right? So beautiful. She comes in with Luke, who was a cast member, another fine ass white boy. Get into Luke, okay? He dated Ashley Darby for a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Super
Okay.
cute. So yeah, Sierra was like talking to slash dating Luke, and he brought her onto the show, but she quickly dropped him in the house, and she became friends with like Paige and Amanda. And I believe this other girl named Hannah. I think Sierra and Hannah were friends too. So that's season 5, and then she's been a mainstay on the show ever since. Then we bump to season 8, and we get West. He comes in, and him and Sierra immediately start flirting in season 8 when he gets there. And we had seen Sierra have a situationship with Austin, who's another white man from another show called Southern Charm, which I don't know what she saw in Austin. Anyway, he kind of played her. So we were all happy for Sierra, like, oh, this might be, your white king. This might be the one. This might be the one who takes you out of the club, okay? So her and West, they flirt like this entire season 8. We find out though at the end of the season, they actually did date for like 3 to 4 months from September to December. So to the end of the year, they went to a wedding together. She met his parents. By all accounts, we think it's going well. The reunion happens and they have broken up. And she's heartbroken. He did an expose in one of the publications talking about how like he just really wasn't into it because he's not ready to commit. AKA he got famous and he got a lot of hoes, girls, sorry, sliding in his DMs. And he didn't want to be tied down. So season 9 was really brutal for us watching it because it was Sierra getting over West and like them just being really awkward around each other. There was just a lot of tension between the two of them, which made, in the words of Kyle Cook, summer not fun. He famously said, Summer is supposed to be fun. Amanda, not fun. Summer was not fun in season 9. This brings us to, present day, February, season 10 of Summer House premieres. Like I said, it's an amazing season. Everybody is getting along. West and Sierra are like back on like decent terms. Like he's flirting with her. He has a little schoolboy crush. The audience is like, will they or won't they? And they're kind of doing this back and forth. So as we're watching this play out, oh, rewind. January of this year, right before the season aired, Kyle and Amanda announced that they are separating. To no surprise to anybody. We're like,
So they
okay,
had a
girl.
toxic relationship that played on camera since season 2.
Yeah, it was exhausting to watch because she clearly like did not really like him. He kind of didn't really like her, but he was like trying, it seemed like. She was just kind of getting further and further from, uh, being a good partner to him or wanting to be a good partner to him. So, yeah, they announced their separation in January and then season 10 premieres in February. And again, we're kind of seeing Sierra and West flirt with each other while we are also watching Kyle and Amanda deteriorate even more as a couple. Um, Early March happens earlier this month, actually, because we're on the 31st day of March. We start hearing rumors that West and Amanda kissed, they're hooking up. And we're like, no way. Because Amanda and Sierra are supposed to be like this. Now, in my expert opinion, you know how I watch TV.
Yeah.
I can read through a lot of lines. I felt like Sierra and Amanda played up their friendship for the sake of the show. Like, I don't know how close they were outside of filming. And like, I don't really care, right? If your storyline is that you're supposed to be best friends on this show, I can live with that y'all are
So
friends.
is it for the housewife fans, is it giving like Stacy and Wendy?
Yes.
We're sort of like, you
Yeah.
guys are friends, but I think if the show was removed, would y'all keep in touch for real, for real?
Exactly. Yep. Yep. I almost said something, but I don't want to.
Ah! Honey, it's
Anyway,
giving me all
yep.
give the king. Say it. I'm teasing.
I don't because I will get a strongly worded text. And I don't want a strongly worded text. But we can talk offline. So yes, it's giving very that. Like we are friends. We are friends when this show is filming. And then when it's not, we kind of do our own thing. We support each other, right? Like if there is a cast thing or if we're kind of paid to do something together, we're gonna be there and we're gonna ham it up for the cameras. But that's what their relationship always gave to me. I didn't think they were like best friends, for L outside of the show. But yes, earlier this month, we start hearing these rumblings that Wes and Amanda are hooking up, and the fandom is like really chomping at the bit because they're like, no way. No way. It started, I think Dumois was one of the first. Yeah, got a blind item. They were one of the first people
Oh.
to report it. Yeah, and so it kind of like grew legs from there. Allegedly, there was a photo of them making out. All of these photos are resurfacing where like they're out and it's just kind of like the two of them, nobody else from the cast, but they are out with like other friends. Allegedly, she's wearing like his hat in a lot of pictures, his hoodie. I did see some people saying they probably get sent a lot of the same PR, so maybe she just got the same items. But the fandom are like, no, bitch, that's his. That is his hat. That is his hoodie. So there, you know how fandoms get when a scandal is afoot. They
Yes.
are going back. I mean, the research that these people do. So everybody is pretty much like, yeah, all of these other rumors are coming out. They're now emailing other like vloggers and bloggers. A friend of a friend of a friend of a friend knows that this is the real thing. All of this is supposed to be true tea. Earlier this week, or we're only on Tuesday. So over the weekend, it's like somebody started a rumor they're gonna put out a joint statement. So like be ready for a
What?
joint statement. Yeah. So anybody that was kind of skeptical was like, let's see how real this is. That person was like, they're gonna put out a joint statement today. That joint statement did not come that day. So everyone's like, this is bullshit. Some people went as far as to say the entire cast is in on this and this is a big April Fool's joke, and they're gonna announce on April 1st that this is a joke. But anybody with sense is like, girl, first of all, they're not that smart. I don't think they're that savvy. Not that they're not smart. I don't think they're that savvy. Two, if it was an April Fool's joke, they wouldn't have started it a month early. That's too early. The joke gets tired at that point. So you got half of the fandom thinking it's a joke. Half of the fandom is like, well, where there's smoke, there is fire. Okay. We have to get to the bottom of this. Um, that brings us to today. That joint statement that person said they were
Are you
putting
able to
out.
read it to us, Jazz?
We got that joint statement today. Yep, let me find it.
Breaking news
Hold
reporter
on.
Jazz is on it.
Hold on. Hold on. Wes and Amanda joint statement. Now, this is something I should have had pulled up. So that's
Oh
that's
no, it's all
completely on
listen,
me.
all good, all good. I haven't pulled up. I want you to read it because
Okay.
you'll do it better. You'll do it justice.
Okay. We've seen the growing online speculation. So while this is still very new, we wanted to provide some clarity. It was never our intention to purposely hide anything. Given the complicated relationship dynamics involved and the scrutiny that comes with being on a reality show, we needed a little space to process things privately before speaking on it. We've shown up for each other as friends over the years. Through all the highs and lows, and what's developed recently was the last thing either of us expected. Our connection grew out of a genuine, long standing friendship, which made it especially important for us to approach this with care. As our feelings evolved, we wanted to take time to understand exactly what we were feeling. We also recognize that this has had an impact beyond just us and never wanted our actions to cause any hurt or be perceived as careless. We truly appreciate the understanding and respect as we navigate this. Love, Wes and Amanda. They didn't say love, but
I was gonna say that.
no,
No,
no.
okay, okay,
But it was
girl.
a joint statement posted to both of their socials. They posted the exact same thing.
A collab post or separate?
I believe it was separate because I think it was posted to the stories. Someone in the comments will undoubtedly correct me about that. So like I
Not
love it though.
shading the raindrops.
I know I love I love the
I'm
raindrops. You
teasing.
know I love the raindrops because they for
And they
one they
love
keep me
you.
honest. They keep me on my toes. And you're right. It is always way more love. And even the correcting me, I don't view that as hate. I really don't. It helps
Oh
me
no, no, no.
continue to evolve and be better. But yes, um, Love you guys. I promise.
She does. And you guys love her. Okay, so this joint statement was released. I did read somewhere that Sierra unfollowed both of them, Wes and Amanda, today
Today
after
she
it
did.
was released. Is that true?
Yes, after it was released, there's also allegedly a photo of Sierra sitting outside of an Hermes store, which go girl. Don't let them fuck up your shopping though. Get your Birkin. Get
Or
your
have
Birkin.
Rob from
I mean,
Traders.
Traders in Love Island, yes.
Thank you.
Have him. Listen, Sierra, that could be your new white king right there. Oh no, he
Oh,
has a girlfriend. My bad. Sorry. See, this is the second time I've tried to ship someone who is clearly in a relationship. I did it with Alex Cooper last time. Now I'm trying to
yes,
ship
I'm
Ross.
like, and that was not just a relationship. She's
She's
married.
married. I know. So sorry, girl. But yes, no, there is a photo of her. I saw it on the reality rundown. So there's allegedly a photo of her sitting outside
Hey,
of Hermes.
Wellington.
Yes, hello, babe. But yeah, so there's a photo of her sitting outside of the store, and she looks sad. Like there's somebody out there comforting her, and so she looks like she has like maybe just, and this is just my speculation. Maybe she just read the statement or just saw the statement, and she went outside and like sat on the ground. And I'm like, Sierra girl, get up. Get up.
Okay, I need clarity on this, Jasmine.
Yes.
Okay, I watched Summer House Martha's Vineyard,
Mm-hmm.
right? And what I know about the show is people hook up if they're attracted to each other. So the difference to me, and you tell me if I got this completely wrong, there's people comparing this to Scandival, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, the reason why that's different because Tom and
Ariana.
thank you were in a relationship. They lived together, and he hooked up with her homegirl, and they would like hang out as a trio.
Mm-hmm.
From my understanding, Sierra and West, were they actually boyfriend, girlfriend, or was it just a hookup situation?
So it was definitely like dating. I don't know that they actually said they were like in an official relationship. I don't
Hmm.
know. The kids these days, they have so many different
Right?
stages and talking and dating, but they definitely were dating. And so so much so that once they stopped talking, they referred to it as a breakup. So where I'm from, if you broke up with someone, that means you were in a relationship with
True.
them, right?
True.
And then this season he has referred to her as his ex-girlfriend. And
Got it.
so, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't think it was super clear when they were in it. It's just now that they're out of it, they're just kind of maybe like making it easier for all of us and referring to it as like a breakup and he's saying she's his ex-girlfriend. I think it is definitely a false equivalency comparing it to Scandival. Like you said, Tom and Ariana were together for 10 years.
Right.
If she wanted to get married, they probably would have been engaged or married because he really wanted to marry her at some point. So they were together for 10 years. Ariana said her and Raquel were best friends. It's kind of another situation where I'm like, I don't know if that was like for the show or like out, but there is photographic evidence of them hanging out in the off season all together. So it was a bigger betrayal because that was someone that was at least in her inner circle or like orbiting very closely outside of her inner circle. And then her boyfriend, partner of 10 years that she bought a home with. So like that situation was different and it was
Mhm.
much worse than what we
Right.
have here. Now, the reason that this is a big deal, obviously they're on the same show, obviously because they play up their relationship on the show, their friendship, Sierra and Amanda, their friendship. People have tagged them as like girls, which like I really hate that phrase because like what does it even mean? But people
Actually, at 40 something years old, what does a girl's girl mean?
I've taken it to mean that people, if you're a girl's girl, that means that like you support what is it? You support women's rights and wrongs. And so in my 30 something years, I am not a girl's girl because if you're behaving badly, girl, I'm not supporting you.
When
You're
I
not
say
taking
to
me down
you,
on that ship. You are not taking me down on Titanic with you. If you're behaving badly, stay over there. Um,
as if I could not love you more. That was the best description to me because you're like, if that's your definition of a girl's girl, bitch, I'm not that,
keep
and I'm
it.
fine with it.
Keep it. I do love my girls, but I love my girls, when y'all are making the right decisions and I support evolution and growth. But when you constantly are making bad decisions, girl, I don't stay over there. So yes, people are surprised at this perceived betrayal by Amanda because it is, and I think no matter how you slice it, right, whether they're best friends or not, it is it is shisty because this is someone that you had
Mhm.
some type of relationship with. They've cried together about their respective relationships. Like Amanda has cried to Sierra about the issues that she's having in her marriage. Sierra has always like popped her up and told her like, girl, you are actually way too good for this man. And I love Kyle, but you're way too good for him. You deserve
Mhm.
similar things from Amanda, right? Amanda, when Sierra was going through it with Wes, always like supporting her and like making sure she knows that like she has a friend in her. And so it is shisty then that Amanda fell into the arms of Wes. And I'm like, of all people, Wes,
I Googled What's not hot to me.
so the
So
girl
what
said
is
that
it?
he has like swag. I'm like, I don't see that. I can see how people would find his aesthetic attractive because I've even seen some of his social media videos where I'm like, on a drunken night,
Well, girl, if I
you
gotta
know,
be inebriated.
right? But it's not even on a drunken night I would do anything. It's like on a drunken night, if one of my eyes is shut, I could see. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like,
Because
okay, that's cute.
Kyle all day long.
Sober, bitch.
Ah!
Sober. All right.
And Jazz. And the other one that you talked about, the other
Luke,
guy,
Luke, sober
gorgeous.
at 100%. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, people are saying she broke girl code. We get that. Based on this new information, West, Amanda, and Sierra, prior to the joint statement that West and Amanda released today, there hasn't been any breadcrumbs that were dropped, like Sierra Insta storying, biblical quotes that sort of leads us to believe that she's been betrayed. Like, have we had any breadcrumbs? Because my hope is that Amanda gave Sierra a heads up before she released the statement today.
I am willing to go out on a limb and assume that Amanda didn't. How the ever, I could that, and that's total speculation on my
Okay.
end. There is a tweet floating around from Sierra. I forget, it was recent. It was this year where she said like she hates when girls start acting weird or girls get weird or something. If you go on Reddit, you will find it. I can't remember when she like tweeted that or posted that. People are thinking that could have been a breadcrumb about the situation. But I don't know because she hasn't said anything. She just unfollowed them. Now the rest of their cast, they have been leading up until today. Most of the people from the current cast have posted things like Lindsay Hubbard. She posted a photo with her and Sierra. And then she posted like a picture of herself, like a reaction photo of herself. Carl also posted a reaction photo of himself where he's just sitting there like looking disappointed. I think KJ today even posted a picture with Sierra and Mia saying like I love my big sisters. Um I believe that's all from their cast, but then Austin from Southern Charm, who famously also plays Sierra, he posted something to his stories that people were speculating could be attached to this, but it was very vague and it was just about like
Mhm.
having dinner with your ex's ex or something like that. I didn't think that that was related because Austin is messy on his own. So I didn't think it was related, but just because Austin has had dealings with Sierra, people and Lindsay, because Sierra and Lindsay famously had a falling out over Austin, which I don't understand. Um, so he posted something. People were speculating that it had something to do with this. So some of their castmates have come out and like posted reaction photos, but no one has said anything until this statement. No one has said anything direct until this statement.
Were Kyle and West friends, close bros?
Yeah, they were bros like in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go to West's social media, there's like videos. He does a lot of videos of them like when they're filming after the cameras go down and stuff of them like dancing around. Kyle's also a DJ. I should have told you that. He's a DJ and so he DJs a lot in their house. So he'll post like videos of them. Kyle's like playing music. They're all dancing with each other. So to my understanding, they're like bros like in the house. I don't get the sense that they're particularly close. West is really close with Jesse Solomon. Like Jesse and West are like the Sierra and Amanda on the show. And then
Got
this
it.
season, yeah, this season West brought one of his actual like hometown friends, KJ, to the house. So KJ is like his really close friend as well. But I don't believe him and Kyle were like particularly super close.
Okay, one of my final questions is we talk about girl code, bro code, and all this other
Mhm.
stuff. Why do you think there is this big concentration on how this revelation impacts Sierra and Amanda? Because for me, the thing is this, everybody is single, right?
Technically, I mean, Amanda's technically still married. She's
So
separated.
they're not divorced.
No, they're separated though.
They're
And I think
separate.
yeah,
Okay.
and the audience has speculated that they've actually been separated much longer than what they told us when they made that statement. So I think technically legally married, legally blind, but like probably we're still yeah, sorry, technically separated, but have been like not in a loving relationship for like quite some time.
So the thing, okay, so the thing is this, I you watch the show, you're a fan of the show. Why do you think people are having this visceral reaction to it and this betrayal? Because yes, this couple has been separated, Kyle
Mhm.
and Amanda. Yes, Wes and Sierra dated. He referred to her as his ex-girlfriend. So yes, they were in a relationship and they broken up, right? Yes, we see Amanda and Sierra be girls. But we also know when it comes to reality television, and you and I talked about this before, a lot of these friendships are alliances. And
Mhm.
it's courtesy of we're friends on the show.
Yeah.
You know, when we think about other female friendships like a Giselle and Robin, they're friends in
Right.
real life. And they were friends before the show, and they were friends, of course, after Robin got fired. Why do you think that is this really big ordeal when it comes to this? Is it because they're focused on this girl code shit?
Yeah, it's the perceived betrayal, like
Okay.
Amanda going behind Sierra's back and making out with or having a situationship with a man that we saw kind of play Sierra on national television, right? Sierra actually just had a really powerful episode this season where she talked about the fact that like the reception from the audience has been very negative towards her because she quote unquote keeps getting played by white men on TV. So like she just had an episode, yeah, she was literally crying about it, about like just, how that makes her look as a black woman on reality TV. She gets harsher criticism than everyone else. And so it's like she had this powerful conversation. KJ and Mia, who are the other two black castmates on Summer House this season, chimed in. It was really like I was crying after the conversation. It was actually really good to have. And then everybody from the cast seemed to really understand exactly where she was coming from and like why. Kyle even made a statement after the show talking about he'll never understand as a white person, but he fully stands with his castmates and is so happy that they were able to have like an uncomfortable conversation. So it's like that aspect too is like we kind of have seen Sierra, and you can feel how you want to feel about Sierra, right? I think she does get unnecessary hate. I think because from some of the non-black audience members because she is black, but I think she does have some very real like flaws that you can be critical of. So like
Mhm.
I'm objective. I'm critical of
Yeah.
anybody on TV if they present that, and so I think she has some real character flaws that you can dig into, but she seems to be like kind of evolving and growing over time. And so that conversation really endeared a lot of people to Sierra. And so it's like we've seen her go through this relationship with Wes, have this type of conversation on TV about the perception of that. You, as her, also like, white friends who seem to have some understanding. Then you go behind her back and it's also like Sierra has talked about how she is perceived within the house. Like all of the guys talk about how hot she is, how, they want to make out with her, they want to have sex with her. So she said she feels
Mm.
like she's someone in the house for them to conquer and not actually take seriously. And so it's like
Mm.
Wes kind of did a similar thing, right? Kind of they had a situationship, they hooked up, they did whatever, and then he wasn't ready to settle down. And now all of a sudden you're releasing a joint statement with Amanda. Does this mean you're gonna like commit to Amanda? I don't think so. Because if you read the statement, if you read between the lines, I'm like, did they just hard launch a situationship? Because this doesn't say like we're boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, we are in love. It just says like our feelings have evolved, which like West's feelings are always evolving with people and growing. And so I'm just like, y'all are going through all of this scrutiny for a situationship. But yeah, so long story less long, we've seen Sierra go through so many things. Her and Amanda were supposed to be friends. It looks bad. Nobody is even really considering Kyle in all of this, and it's partially because they have looked at Kyle as like not a good partner to Amanda, but also because they are separated. They are kind of not thinking about him, but he was recently on Watch What Happens Live, and I think Andy asked him specifically about that rumor, and Kyle said if West and Amanda were dating, he was and she was happy, he would support it. So it's
Oh,
like, yeah, I think he's kind of giving off like he doesn't really care, which is also why I think he's not really being heavily considered here. But yeah, it's the betrayal of it all, and it's especially if she went behind Sierra's back. Like if Sierra is finding out today that they have been dating or talking or whatever, if she's finding out today, that's definitely shisty. So it's a combination of all these things.
Bravo released a statement. Well, not a statement, but Bravo said that they're not picking up cameras right now to follow this, but that obviously they are still on schedule to tape the reunion. So we will see this fallout on the reunion.
Hmm.
Um,
Which is better to me.
I think it's better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, this is not Scandal. So
Right.
it's juicy, but it's not that to
Yeah.
pick up cameras. I think have it at the reunion. So Jasmine, final question: where does the show and this storyline go from here? As a fan, as a journalist, as a podcast host, what would you like to see? Where do you think things will go?
So it's interesting because there is a spinoff of Summer House happening. They've already announced it. It's called In the City, and Kyle and Amanda are on it. They're on In the City. So the speculation is that this was going to be their last season of Summer House anyway, because they've filmed In the City. And so it's like I think West and Jesse they were brought in as like the new wave of Summer House. So I'm sure West is coming back. I'm not clear on Sierra's fate. I don't know if Sierra was supposed to be like going back to Summer House, if she's gonna make some appearances on In the City. If you guys know that, please like put it in the comments. But yeah, so there's already a spinoff that's been announced and that is happening. We thought we were just gonna be following the fallout of Kyle and Amanda's marriage and like their subsequent divorce, but it's like are y'all done filming In the City yet? Because
Well,
like,
okay, this is where my producer brain comes in doing reality television. It's all about the language. So no, you're not picking up cameras for Summer House.
ooh, ooh,
You get what I'm going with this?
this is why you're the king, bitch.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yes, but bitch, let's be clear. We're picking this up for In the City.
Mm-hmm.
According to my sources, they started filming that show summer,
Okay.
funny enough, of 2025.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they could be wrapped,
Yeah.
but
They're likely right.
because it did not air, and because you're telling me that the force multipliers, Kyle and Amanda, are a part of the spinoff,
And Lindsay.
and Lindsay, then
Mm-hmm.
yes, cameras will be picked up for In the City and be inserted somewhere in that. That would make more sense.
Yeah, that would make more sense, and that would do wonders for the story of their divorce and their separation. Like this, yeah. Oh, this is genius.
Honey,
Actually,
what you're launching a new series, a spinoff of a franchise. This is amazing to launch this new show and
yeah.
give people listen. Carlos King is not going to watch In the City because of this.
It's almost a little too perfect. Where's my
Well,
tinfoil hat? It's almost a little too convenient.
well, you want to hear my other producer brain is what that's what's telling me as
I want to
well.
hear everything that happens in your brain.
Okay, let's be clear. They had to get approval, meaning when I say they, Wes and Amanda, to um release this statement. They didn't do this by their PR team. Let's be clear. They didn't wake up one day and say, let's do it March 31st. When something like this happens, guys, the network, the production company, the producers, it's meetings on top of meetings, on top of meetings, on top of meetings. Managers, publicists, assistants. This is a machine. So I don't believe for one second that Amanda and West just said, let's do it. Everything is thought out. That's why I'm saying to you all, it happened March 31st. The reunion's being taped soon. I don't know when. So
Mm-hmm.
all of this is strategic in terms of making sure that the audience knew this before they tape the reunion and then utilizing this for in the city. And I will bet you I'm frugal. I'll bet you $100 that the opening shot of In the City will be what we're talking about today.
Ooh,
And then they'll say 12 weeks earlier. And then
I
and then
can
start
picture
the
this.
show.
I can picture this. And if that's not what they have planned, please have that plan now.
Listen, I will tell you how many producers and agents will text me and say, well, bitch, thanks for spoiling the surprise. I'm like, I didn't know anything. Or they'll say, well, damn, bitch, I now got to figure out how to do this storyline. You just said you need it. So listen, it's all because I love this shit like you do. And if you're not doing it, although I'm pretty sure you are, because you guys are the best in the business,
Yeah.
then yes, no, this is amazing for In the City, not
Hmm.
necessarily Summer House.
Oh, but it's still going to trickle into Summer House because if Wes
Oh,
is supposed to lead Summer House next season, hello, we're getting a double dip of the fuckery.
yes, yes.
I mean, I was gonna be sad either way. Who am I kidding? I was gonna be sad either way, but now I'm double sad. Now I'm double sad. Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's messy. It goes against this like new age, like girls supporting girl, like women supporting women. It goes against like everything that like millennials and like Gen Z are supposed to stand for. It breaks
Yeah,
all of those rules, and like that's why it's such like food for the audience. Like they are feasting on this because of all of the perceptions
yeah,
that have now and the illusions that have now been shattered. And it's just like, man. But I do, here's the thing. I do feel bad for Sierra. I feel
yes,
bad for Kyle. You know what I'm saying? Betrayal is betrayal
yeah,
is betrayal. No matter
true.
how you slice it, no matter how you feel about these people, they're human at the end of the day and they hurt just like the rest of us. And so I think even with Wes and Amanda, right? They bogus. Definitely bogus. Definitely shisty. But I don't think this is a time to like send them death threats or,
No,
be like
guys,
completely
stop it.
nasty. Yeah.
Listen, in all of their defenses, this married couple are separated
Hmm.
and the other couple broken up.
And they
So
were
in all
barely
of
a
their
couple.
defenses,
Yeah.
they're all single and
Yep.
can do whatever they want to do. So
Yeah.
don't send them death threats. Like, stop.
Right.
Y'all go
Right.
too far with this.
Yeah. It's like technically they didn't do anything wrong. Morally, they
Yes,
did something wrong. They
yes.
are morally corrupt for sure.
Not the morally corrupt.
They resonate. The morally corrupt Amanda Batula. The morally corrupt Wesling Conrad.
The dinner party from hell. Jazmine Henley-Brown, I can't thank you enough
Of course.
for stopping what you were doing to do this with me. I love you so much.
I
Once
love you
again,
too.
always and forever, let the world know where they can find you, follow you, and support you, my dear friend.
Yes, everyone, I am everywhere at J. Henley Brown, YouTube. Please, if you want to hear my thoughts about this, you want to see some cool interviews, you want to just I talk about scripted TV shows right now. I'm reviewing Imperfect Women on Apple TV.
Which,
About
by the way, I won't spend too much time on this. However.com/org. Kerry Washington, come get your baddie chain. You Emmy award winning actress. You are from the bad wigs
the
to
bad fashion, the bad wigs and the bad
the
fashion.
yes. And I'm like, but you're a privileged black kid. Like,
Yeah,
where's Lori Harvey as her mood board? Like, privilege. Where's EJ fucking Johnson? Privileged black kids.
please, because you have still been getting torn to pieces, torn to bits, bitch, for that.
Baby, I was at a birthday dinner last week, and the topic was my interview. I'm like, bitch, I'm here to support your birthday. What are we talking about? It's been the topic.
I'm still seeing it. I scroll my FYP and it's like EJ Johnson's like, girl, enough. Everything you said has been said already. Am I still gonna watch the video? Yeah.
Can I tell you my favorite pastime?
Please.
Bitch, I love watching EJ Johnson walking. They
Let me see
have
you walk,
no.
walk, walk, walk.
I'd be like, yes, bitch, give it to me, bitch, give it to me. I live. I love it. No, Imperfect Women is so fucking good. It's so good. It's so
Joel
good.
Kinnaman.
Kerry Washington, in my opinion, and this is a loaded statement, she to me, this is my opinion. She's one of the greatest actresses of our time.
Down.
She is just she sells the story, the emotion,
Yes.
the affair, the betrayal, the it's everything.
Love you, Carrie. We
Carrie, we
just
love
be
you down.
joking. I have an episode of The Q coming out with Gail Bean, and we were talking about Carrie, and
Wait,
we
wait,
literally
wait. You got Gail Bean, bitch?
Gail Bean, yeah, and love her so much. That will be up this week. Yes, yes, and she's so beautiful, y'all. Gail Bean got on to The Q. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning her time in LA. No makeup, no, Gorgina.
Yes.
Gorgeous. I was like, oh, you are a pretty bitch for real. Like beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, no, in that interview we were talking about Kerry Washington and we both went
Why do we all do that? Why do we all do that?
because she does it so well.
And then Leslie Odom as her brother is so good. All the
Yeah,
actors are good, but
everybody's good.
Carrie
Hmm.
literally is running the show
Yeah,
without like she it's
it's her show. It's her show. I when you say Kerry Washington is in it, I'm like, okay, what else do I need to know? I'm watching it. I'm
I'm only
sad.
watching it because Kerry Washington is in it. And then when I was watching it, I said, "Oh, bitch, you're like the star of the show,
No,
bitch."
it's her song. Now I will say I love Elizabeth Moss, the one who plays Mary. I love Kate
Down.
Mara. Yeah. Joel Kinnaman is so hot. He plays Ed in For All Mankind. Yes.
I'm like Carrie. That whole scene, Carrie's like,
Oh my God. I was sweating, child. I had my sweat rag. I said, "Oh, I am married.
"I'm
I am
married
married.
now.
I'm a
Where's the
Christian
prayer
woman."
cloth,
Right. Where is it? Yes.
baby?" I have to cross my legs and say, "I won't tell you how many times I've rewound it." But go ahead, Jazz.
Yes. Reviewing Imperfect Women. Speaking of Joel Kinnaman, For All Mankind just had their season 5 premiere. I'm going to be reviewing that as well on the channel. So yeah, I do scripted, unscripted. I give my thoughts.
And she just recapped her overall thoughts of season 2 of Paradise and how the show taking a
Mm-hmm.
shift in the
Mm-hmm.
direction. And she gave
Yes.
her thoughts on it. So for you
Yeah.
Paradise fans, watch her take a she did a great job of outlining like, bitch, the show was this, and then it took that. Let's talk
Mm-hmm.
about it. Let's see how we feel about it. Yeah.
Let's talk about it because I still love it, but it did have
Yeah.
a drastic tonal shift. But anyway,
Yeah.
yes, at J. Henley Brown on literally every platform that you can find me. So come and find me and let's talk.
And Jazz, I will say this on the spot. You have to come back
Of course.
and recap Summer House reunion because I did. I mean, come on.
Please. I first of all, I'm your one call, that's all. So whenever you want me, I will be there. Um, but yes, absolutely to recap the reunion because it's gonna get spicy, and I'm excited, but in a way that like I feel bad that I'm so excited because I'm like there will be tears, but I'm gonna be in there like
Baby, it's what we are watching these shows for.
yeah.
And again, congratulations, guys. You have a new viewer in me. I'm watching it because of this. So once again, congratulations. Jazz, I love you, sister.
I
And
love you
again, guys,
too.
channel serve. Make sure I watch the queue. And y'all see her back on Reality with the King.
Of course. Bye.